And we are underway from Houston. Caleb going to throw right away. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And Stroud now to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 66 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Tomorrow Thomas has 2 children with the defendant. And she claims he is physically abusive.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mixon going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it, eluding the pressure right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Throwing is Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses always continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Here's Williams. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Working out of the gun, Williams. Open man is Connect, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A pass complete to Adunze. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touching time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle. And shutting him off in the open field. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 69 yards. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now 2nd and 3. To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball. And I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd down and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Inside handoff to Mixon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That's complete. It's Collins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3rd and 19. Throwing now is Stroud. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
4th down. Here's Stroud. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw, it's Williams. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other. Every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll run right here with Swift. Evades him at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, 47 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Santos with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 107 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down. Now Joe Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A handoff to Mixon. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run out from here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by Davis. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great... And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Soldier Field. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Swift going to try up the middle. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Looking to throw. Williams. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And sometimes when you see a running back lined up out wide, you think maybe he's just a decoy. But not in this case. He was lined up out wide to the left, turned into a primary receiver.
Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here is 3rd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
At the 19-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now. Throwing is Williams. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff.
And got his man complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 76 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, here's Tyler Scott. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules could do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Williams. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, Williams. To the right side and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Now Stroud taking a shot for Dell here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Take Dell, 38 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now with timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Stroud. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gooden, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Stroud. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. He'll complete this one to Collins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Another one caught by Collins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 18-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Second and a couple. Back to throw. Williams. And again back to Komet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Williams. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Trying to take this home, they'll run. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it to Collins, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strengths.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. one final shot. They'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally down at the 36-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half.